representing the Highfields programme, which is one of the sponsors of the Touch Rugby World Cup. Highfields is a collaboration of a number of universities based in the Midlands, including the University of Nottingham. One of Highfields' main aims is to support industry to innovate, developing new products and services in the hydrogen economy. We decided to sponsor the Touch Rugby World Cup, particularly in relation to energy use, so that Geopura, a locally based business, can provide hydrogen to be utilised at the event, making the event more sustainable and improving air quality for visitors and competitors alike. We hope this support will encourage others to look for more sustainable ways to run similar events in the future. Finally, just to say, we hope everyone that's involved in the event has a great time.
So we're here at Highfields Sports Club, the third year of our annual Pride in Touch tournament. We have 16 teams, over 200 players. We've got about a dozen or so referees. We've had also a whole heap of volunteers. It's been brilliant to come to Glasgow after previous versions in Manchester and London, and it's ended up being our biggest tournament to date.
You get a lot of curious players that want to try out touch rugby for the first time, so they might be a bit nervous, but I think they come down, they hear the tunes that are playing, they see all the rainbows, all the smiling faces, and I think they realise that actually they can just have a good time. Our ambition is to make touch rugby one of the most inclusive sports there is. We want it to be super accessible to anyone. We don't want there to be many barriers or any barriers to picking up the game for the LGBT community.
What's been amazing over just the 3 or so years that we've been running Pride in Touch has been the interest and the growth and the opportunity we've had to platform good practice from people across the world that are wanting to do more LGBTQ+ inclusive initiatives. Now more than ever, we certainly feel it's really important to make sure that we amplify the voices of inclusion, show people that team sport can be really good for their mental well-being and their physical well-being, and hopefully we've got plenty of those people who have felt like that through enjoying our tournament today.
I love Nottingham, the home of Robin Hood. From the bright lights of Goose Fair to Don't Come Alive, it gives me life. Listen, as the council house clock chimes, and depending on how many times, lets you know the time. I've been to concerts at the Motorpoint Arena, and I've been to concerts at the Nottingham Caves. I've been here all my life and I'm still amazed by this place. I love Nottingham. Sometimes I stare at Hockley's graffiti colourful walls, and sometimes I gaze at the deers running round Woollerton Hall. Supreme thrills, from chilling up at Green's Mill or up at that castle on the hill. Nottingham, I love you, and I always will. Visit Nottingham today.
So what does it mean to you? The time?
The sweat. The passion.
The thrill.
The determination.
The support.
The camaraderie.
But it's so much more than that.
We're playing for something bigger.
You ready?
From pitch 2 at Highfields in the Touch Rugby World Cup 2024. It's the closing day of this mammoth competition, and we have a bronze medal game in the women's 40s competition. 30 seconds to go here, and it's South Africa who take on Wales. Ben, you've stuck with us here on pitch 2. Another fascinating game in the Masters series.
Yes, just watched a bronze medal match between Wales and England, and that was a very close fought game, and England just came out on top. So South Africa versus Wales here. Can Wales do what their men's 40s couldn't do as the tap-off starts?
Of course, we saw Australia take down New Zealand in the women's 40s in our first medal match of the day. England will be playing later in the final of this competition against the Emus. No New Zealand at the semi-final stage, which is a rarity at this level as South Africa go sliding in, but they're denied at the first time of asking. Jessica Breeder forced back to the 7.
Yeah, just a short ball. She went straight at the offside middle, but the offside middle got onside and made the touch.
An offside middle no more, as South Africa looking to open up again through the middles. Andre Barrett-Theron. This time the score is given. Wales called offside at the second time of asking. The touch box go over.
Yeah, great start for South Africa here. They've attacked the line twice. One's been given to the Welsh defence and one's been given to the South African attack. And that is 1-0 South Africa. Let's see what Wales want to bring to this bronze medal match now as they tap off. They're going over the 10-metre line. Third touch incoming.
Good response this from Wales. Driving up straight through the centre. Options left and right. They pick out Cobb. Good pick up from Stevens and finds the pass to the link, but it's put down. Great pressure from Lizette Porter for South Africa to force a turnover.
Referee's given an offside penalty though, so Wales will have a repeat set of 6. See if they can penetrate the line of South Africa here.
An opportunity for Wales to go tit for tat with South Africa here, and that would shape up for a fascinating contest in this bronze medal game. Could be the first medal of the 2024 Touch World Cup for either of these sides. Here come Wales again. It's that same attacking pod in the centre. Stevens finds the pass this time. Oh, and it's an excellent shutout by South Africa. That is great defence, Ben. I mean, that's we've seen plenty of games on this field that have been decided in that opening 20 minutes just from shutting out the opposition.
Yeah, we really have, and if you go down and score and then the defender set, it's always huge. So, and then if you go and get another one, as South Africa are going to try and do here, they're going over the 10-metre line. They've got a great roll on.
Well, in the round robin format in the women's 35s, it was South Africa who came out on top against the likes of England in their opening rounds. They also beat the likes of Fiji rather convincingly, and then they struggled further down the line against Australia. They lost 10-0 there, but they did lose to Wales by 5 tries to 2, so looking to avenge that loss here in the bronze medal game. Wales will take confidence though from that previous result down on Riverside.
Definitely will, and South Africa will know that they have to do a little bit more than they did in that game, and they've started the brighter here, definitely. They're getting onto the Welsh try line with ease at the moment.
Well, South Africa shut out this time. Wales transition, and they're up to the 10. So it's Australia and England through to the final. South Africa lost to England yesterday by 7 tries to 3.
And there's a touch pass against Wales, so South Africa now have the ball on their own 10-metre line. They've got 45 metres to go to try and get a score here.
Wales only beaten by England and Australia in the pool stage of the women's 35s competition, but they were never in the contest at the semi-final, beaten by 15 tries to 1. And it's South Africa, for now, who look to strike again at the line and double their advantage. They do pick out a pass into the path of Diane Charlton. But the Wales deny them, Ben.
Yeah, they do. The Welsh middle's just kind of separated, and that was a big hole for them to go through. As South Africa dump on the 7, they go short side.
Lovely change of direction from the scoop. Good hands on the wraparound. Wales are under pressure here. Great line of running from Bree.
Typical South African one-touch here on last play. They get caught, though, by Wales.
Andre Barrett-Theron caught at the line. She will be denied her second try.
But a mistake on first, well, not even first touch, the initial roll ball from Wales.
Not even first touch. No, quite a difficult place to give the ball away.
Yeah, you don't want to be giving the ball away to these South African ladies on the 7-metre line, so they're going to have a fresh set of 6. There was touch 1.
Well, it's the same attacking pod, and now they look to make those changes. Barrett-Theron, though, still out there in the centre, and she's there at the half again for South Africa. Wants a bit of support. Temblett comes from deep. And round the corner they go. Temblett at the half. They should have a bit of space out here. It's a 3-on-2. But they just rushed the pass, Ben, and they haven't used all their touches there.
No, they didn't, but the sweeper just straightened up and then passed the ball. And actually did create a small 2-on-1 opportunity into that link hole. As we've got a bit of a collision here, 2 players on the floor, 1 from each colour, 1 from each team, just looking to see if they're okay.
But the hands on the touchline from Terry Callis went up in a calm down motion. That was the message to give from the box.
And when you're trying to play for a medal, the stakes are a little bit higher than in the group game. So, you know, all your senses are heightened, you're worried, you're starting to get nervous, and you just got to try and go to those first 5-10 minutes.
It's the first gold medal final for England in this division when they take on Australia later over on pitch 1. For now, though, it's Wales looking to equalise. South Africa haven't taken their chances. Wales find it. The ball on the wing through Claire Jones, but it's put down. Another South African shutout. Nervous start to this game.
So South Africa just start on their own 7-metre line. Touch 1 didn't go very much further. Touch 2 does though. Great drive there. Third coming into the 10-metre line.
It's a transition from South Africa that just lacks a bit of pace, but they are up to the halfway line, looking to keep it alive through Teresa Evans. Wide they go. Davis, their top scorer, at number 6. 11 tries for her in the competition as a whole. But it's Welsh possession again at the half. This is a better opportunity for them, Ben.
Yeah, they're just coming over the halfway line. They're into the South African half now. They wanted an over the mark call from South Africa, but they don't get it. Wales have got to roll on here.
Well, there's plenty of red shirts in the line for Wales, but an important touch made by South Africa.
And that was Teresa Evans that made that diving touch there. Great touch.
Evans for Wales. Looks long, trying to pick out Ellen Lewin on the drop pass into the link, but the ball goes down again, and not for the first time in this bronze medal game. South Africa keep out Wales.
Yeah, cagey start from both teams. I know South Africa got that 1 score, and that's all we've got at the moment. It's going to be a midfield battle, I feel, that whoever wins the midfield will win this game. And the Welsh defence in this occasion is pushing up hard. I think it's 5th coming now. They're not even over their own halfway, South Africa. Wales will be proud of this effort, but they do go over the halfway now. South Africa do.
Great run down the right from Jessica Breed again. But for the second time in quick succession, South Africa turn it over on the Welsh 10-metre. And that's close enough for Cymru to craft out an opportunity. Third touch here as they crash over halfway. Strong running from Rachel Letman. Wales up to the 10. They will have 1 strike at the line with 2 touches in the locker. Great pickup from Van Schouwick, but just couldn't find the pass.
No, so Wales are winning the territory battle. They're not allowing the South Africans to get much further than their own 10-metre line, but they're not really doing enough around the South African try line at the moment. So it'll be interesting to see what changes they bring in this next 10 minutes. Again, they're doing the same thing, Wales, excuse me, not allowing the South Africans to get many yards as they do now, though. 5th coming, a better transition this for South Africa.
Great work through the centre by Nicole Tablet. And no worries, Ben, all of our voices are a little hoarse after 7 days of coverage here at the Touch Rugby World Cup.
Bit of Lemsip every day.
Doesn't go amiss. As Wales hit the halfway. It's been a really long competition for these women as well in the 35s division. A round-robin stage down at Riverside has resulted in the semi-finals and finals here. That's some great footwork, and 1 more ball should do it over the top. Deflected off South Africa. Some great movement by Wales, and that's their most threatening attack of the game so far.
Yeah, and if it wasn't for the hands of South Africa, that would have been a Wales try. So, good defence, good attack. Wales will have a repeat set here, though, so I'd like them to try and go at the line a bit more, create an overlap, create some bodies coming towards them, which creates a 2-on-1 or 3-on-2.
First touch taken at the line. Good pick up into the path of Cobb, and that's a lovely ball as well.
Here we go.
That's great footwork in the end that's opened up South Africa, and Wales are level.
This is a dummy for the ages. Watch this on replay. Runs us short. We said go at the line. Try and commit players. They do. Watch this dummy. Boom. And it goes through the whole of the middle link channel there. So we're 1-1. We're back to all square.
Show and go that even caught me out on comms here. I thought that ball had gone, and that's what's opened up the space. But instead, what a bit of individual skill from Katie Cobb, who's got Wales level again. South Africa's hard work in this opening stage undone.
Sweeper play here from South Africa. They've got the space. They get the ball down, and they've hit instantly back here.
Amy Davis with her 12th try in the women's 35s division. And Wales were not level for long.
No, a well-constructed try here. They just send the sweeper, get on the touching middle, can't get onside, can't chase it down. She dives over, so that's South Africa 2. And that's why we love the game of touch. It's such an attacking sport. There should be lots of tries. And let's see if Wales can now hit back.
Now here's the try scorer Cobb at the half. Driven on by Stevens. Cobb looks to open up the field. Just directing traffic there for Wales, lifts it into the path of King.
Touch pass.
Denied this time. Well, South Africa go right ahead and score another right after the Wales response. And, well, that's an unforced error that will get Wales in an attacking position. But, Ben, it must be pretty tough when you do equalise to go behind straight away from the first set of 6.
Yeah, when we talk about scoring, we always talk about the minute after, because the game is so in tune to score after score after score. If you score and then can defend the set, it's so huge, and that's what the South Africans did. They scored straight after Wales did, and then they defended it as well, so they'll be very happy with that. But that error that they've just made coming out of their own half, it's going to cause issues as the Welsh just drive in here.
Another dummy by Cobb. Good pick up from Stevens, but, well, Wales pulled back for now. It is another penalty, though. Another 6 at the line for this Welsh 35s women's squad in the bronze medal game. They need to score here. Here's Stevens. Winding up the long pass, cuts back on the inside instead. Kept out for now by South Africa.
Good middle defence there. They kept very tight. If they're keeping that tight, though, there will be some spaces on the peripheries there. So we'll see if they can exploit them, Wales.
Stevens again with Cobb to the left. Cuts back on the inside for a second time. Kept out by South Africa. Stevens with King at the half. King picks it up and spreads it to the right instead. Whipped ball over the top, forward pass, can't pick out Jones.
No, so good defence again from South Africa. A few different things get shown to them from Wales, and they couldn't get around that, so well done. South Africa now come out, good first drive, go away from the box this time. Will they look to bring on players there? No, it looks like they're going to go up the field. There's touch 3.
Touch 3, and they've yet to crack into the Welsh half. There's a good defence from Wales. They're up in the line to make the pressure count. Touch made by Carol James. This is better from South Africa. Callis makes great yards down the left, but they just ran out of touches. One more and they would have perhaps been able to threaten the Welsh line, Ben.
Yeah, they would have, but good defence again from Wales. There's just one of the Welsh ladies just walked off holding her wrist. So I hope she's okay and be able to come back into this encounter.
Their final game of the tournament. The bronze medal match here in the women's 35 division. The final will be over on pitch 1 between Australia and England later on today.
And that was just a raw ball infringement there from Wales. They weren't square. Your hips have got to be facing your scoring try line when you make that dump. That didn't happen.
Cymru's turn to cough up possession. Will South Africa make it count and carve out a 2-try advantage for the first time in this bronze medal game? Diving in from close range. A cheer goes up from the box on this near side, but South Africa kept out for now. And Terry Callis will lay it back for Teresa Evans. Davis, 12 tries already in the women's 35, looking to get on the outside of Lewin. but the hand goes up. Great chase from Ellen Lewin to keep out Davis for now.
Yeah, great footwork there from both players, but great touch.
Well, here's Templett freshly onto the field. South Africa make a few changes. They're playing with 5 for now. Back to a full complement on the wraparound. Templett could be in here. Lovely movement, racing down the touchline. South Africa have a third.
Great individual footwork here. We just watched this again on the replay. She gets the ball, she skips round. No, she's not individual. It's a great team score. She skips around with that cut pass, that wrap pass, sorry. And she just hops, skips and jumps down the sideline, doesn't she?
Nicole Templett puts South Africa 3-1 up against Wales. And Wales will be feeling as though they should have racked up another score when they had all those touches at the South African 7. However, they'll keep fighting here. It's driven on by Stevens. It's that attacking pod again for Wales with Cobb in the line alongside Stevens and alongside Abby King.
Touch was made as the dive at the line. It'll be interesting to see what Wales run here. They look like they're going to run a sweeper from what I can see. They do. They run a good sweeper. Great defence.
Well, dummy the sweeper. They go to the right. Cobb on the switch, diving in. And that's a turnover. Another shutout by South Africa.
It is indeed there, Wilf. It's a great defensive touch. They all just took under. They follow the man. Oh, sorry, the woman, sorry. And that's where they are doing so well at the moment. And great drive. They're already over halfway. I think 5th is coming here. Referee will show us. No, that was 4th. They've got one more. This is a great roll on. They're going to go short side. Back into the man-on situation and see what they can do.
Well, the momentum just quelled by good Welsh defence. The ball back on the inside is read by Rachel Letman, and they'll have it back, but they're a long way from their box, Ben.
They are, and if you want the worst place to start, that's it. Away from your sub-box on the 7-metre line. And that was touch 1, touch 2, so there's some yards to work hard to get off.
That's the call you can hear from the touch box surrounding us here. Work hard, work hard. That's what's being asked of South Africa in defence, and it's earned them another turnover. And that's the difference between the two sides, Ben. South Africa have just shut out Wales from their own 7 at so many occasions.
They really have. It's the game of midfield for me at the moment. Whoever wins this midfield is going to win the game. And, you know, the first 10 minutes I thought Wales were probably the better team in midfield, but now I think South Africa have really turned it on in that midfield, and they're getting more opportunities at the line than Wales are, and that is showing in the score of 3-1.
Here's a chance for them to strike again before the break. Under 2 minutes to go. Nell on the switch, could pick up. There's the line from Gibbons.
Good defensive touch there.
Wales keep them out to perhaps just take this 3-1 scoreline into the break. They're certainly still in the game, unless they can transition really quickly here. There would be some score in the closing minute here if Wales can work their way up the field, but instead it looks like, Ben, it'll be one last chance for South Africa.
Yeah, I was speaking about that midfield there, and just, again, South Africa winning that one, not allowing the Welsh to get over the halfway. So, if they get another score before half-time, that will be some feat, especially when they lost 5-2 last time.
30 seconds to go. This will be a devastating score against Wales. They've got one last strike in the dying embers of the first half to go 4-1 up. Excellent running through the centre, weaving through Zandro Barrett-Theron, who opened up the scoring, has South Africa's 4th try. And that is a difficult margin for Wales to deal with at the break. All of a sudden, after levelling up at 1 apiece, they've conceded 3 on the bounce.
Held together by a lot of tape, and that got her through all the way there. That is a really good time to score for South Africa. 3 points up, half time, 20 minutes to go for these ladies. Both coaches are going to be changing things up, and we'll see what comes after this break.
South Africa beaten by Wales down at Riverside by 5-2 in the pool stage, are up by 4-1 in the bronze medal match here. Wales still very much in the game with 20 minutes to play, but what a performance by the Touch Box as they hunt for their first medal of the 2024 Touch Rugby World Cup.
So what does it mean to you?
The time,
The sweat, the passion,
The thrill.
The determination.
The support.
The camaraderie.
but it's so much more than that.
We're playing for something bigger.
You ready?
Question is, how are you going to leave your legacy?
And I'm representing the Highfields programme, which is one of the sponsors of the Touch Rugby World Cup. Highfields is a collaboration of a number of universities based in the Midlands, including the University of Nottingham. One of Highfields' main aims is to support industry to innovate, developing new products and services in the hydrogen economy. We decided to sponsor the Touch Rugby World Cup, particularly in relation to energy use, so that Geopura, a locally based business, can provide hydrogen to be utilised at the event.
20 minutes for Wales to get back into the game. South Africa, despite losing to this Welsh side by 5-2 in the pool stages already in the women's 35s category, lead by 4-1.
Great first half for South Africa there. I think Wales really need to score on this first set, or at least push the South Africans' defence. So they've got to change a few things up. I'd like to see them go at the line a bit more, create a couple of 3-on-2s with their hot steppers and their people, the players that can pass. So we'll see if that can come to fruition as we're about a minute or two away.
We are at the whim of the finals over on pitch 1, of course. It's a final in every single time slot possible, which is teeing us up for an unbelievable day. You will have games such as the men's and women's open semi-finals live here on pitch 2 before a plethora of finals. The coverage here does end at 2 o'clock after those semi-finals, because we return to pitch 1 for the mixed, women's and then men's open final, the showpiece event here at the Touch Rugby World Cup, with the final game, the men's open, kicking off at 5 o'clock. Plenty of touch rugby to be played before then. This bronze medal match amongst it. The final game in the women's 35 division ahead of their final over on pitch 1 between Australia and England. Wales take on South Africa, and it's the Welsh who need to start the brightest with their first set of 6. But once again, story of the game so far, they've been shut out by South Africa from the 7.
They created that 2-on-1 that we were talking about. They got to the line, they committed a couple of defenders. Ball just didn't go to hand, so I would say a good start there from Wales. It's just a bit of execution that could have been a bit better.
And what can South Africa respond with? Another score here would be an ominous sign for Wales in the bronze medal game. There's some really passionate conversations going on in the South African huddle at half-time. They're desperate to take this medal home with them.
20 minutes to go, well, less than 20 minutes for both of these teams now, and that's their day done, so they'll give everything. You know, they can sit in the sun, relax after this. You want that bronze medal around your neck, and that's what both teams are vying for as Wales go on a roll. Just get touched on the 7-metre line. They should have strike then, but they've got a static 5th touch. Can't send a sweeper, they've got no touches left.
I think they just miscounted there, Wales. And that doesn't leave them in a spot of bother. So the next game live here on pitch 2, well, it's a Women's Open semi-final where the hosts take on Australia. That's a huge game upcoming. Adam Collins will be there to take you through that one. For now, though, it's South Africa with a good bit of field position. Good line speed to deny Barrett Theron, and Wales shut them out this time. It's a nervous start to the second half, but good defence all round.
Yeah, good defence all round. Again, we're going to go back to that midfield battle, aren't we now? No teams have scored in this first half, so they're just going to fight it out within the 2 10-metre lines. Who's going to be the better at doing it? I think you will find out in a couple of minutes' time. And whoever gets that first score, it's going to be huge.
Oh, another shutout by South Africa. So it will be touch box possession as they will once again transition towards the box. They look poised to enter the field on this near side.
Yeah, they're
South
very
African
eager to get
substitutes. Up to the 10-metre. Here comes South Africa. Wales so far undefeated other than the 2 finalists, England and Wales. But this loss to South Africa would be devastating here at this final stage. Lovely weaving run from Temblett, who scored a great try towards the end of that first half. Opening up the field is Nandi Gibbons. Looking to get on the outside, Gibbons, but diving touch, he's been caught.
Yeah, good defence there from Wales. It was last touch around the 10-metre line, and they just slid over towards their own box and got that touch. So, again, we're talking about this midfield battle a lot at the moment, and it's going to be key to this second half. Wales and South Africa finishing in similar positions either side of halfway. I'd like one of them to get a better 5th dump strike. So we'll see here, forthcoming 5th in. And can we get a better strike? We do, we go through short side.
Well, they've got some numbers over on the left, pop back on the inside to keep the play alive. Rachel Stevens with a good take, but eventually caught. No scores as of yet in the opening 4 minutes of this second half, but there have been chances for both sides. This game is certainly not over.
And there's the first penalty of this midfield battle, and it goes in the way of the favour of South Africa. So they get a penalty just in their own half, a metre into their own half, maybe 2.
It's basically a tap-off for South Africa. We've seen how deadly they can be from similar positions already in this game. And they make a few changes as well. On comes the top try scorer, Amy Davis. She wants it on the return. Davis, switch on the inside. Lovely footwork from Frankish. Great pickup. South Africa threatening here. One more ball should do it. Stepping back on the inside, Teresa Evans. Denied for now, but South Africa will have a strike from the 7.
I think they've got one more touch to play with.
Here's Frankish. Davis back on the inside. Callis at the half, sweeping round. Callis shows and goes. Big touch by Katie Cobb, the try scorer for Wales.
Yeah, the middle defence of Wales was good then. There was no holes to go through, so they combated that penalty that they gave away for offside. And now unfortunately, Wales have given an incorrect roll ball away, so they're giving another opportunity to South Africa here. Don't want to give them too many because I know they'll capitalise on it.
South Africa have got to make this field possession count against a spirited Welsh side. They won't go away in this bronze medal match, so South Africa will need a few more. And they make a few changes as well in the attacking line. That'll burn up some touches, but Barrett Theron is there for South Africa. Try scorer already today. And she's out there with Jessica Breed. Barrett Theron, Breed again. Just don't have the momentum at the moment that they need to challenge the Welsh line.
No, they need to push the Welsh back, try and get them offside. And they're doing it here, the scoop.
Well, lovely scoop, looking wide. But the ball, we haven't seen too many of those long passes so far. That one doesn't come off. South Africa trying to get Hayley Landau into the game. But instead it's Wales who need to transition, but not, as we've discussed already, Ben, from an easy position. Although they do make it look pretty easy there.
Good yards, they're now coming up towards the halfway line. They're just pushing the South Africans back. I want to see them what they can do on 4th and 5th. 5th is coming, so they need to get a good strong dump. Maybe between the middles, yes, that's where they're going. Can they go short side? They've stepped back, got hands, they have an overlap, but it's cut off by the South Africans.
Bethan van Schalwick made a good run through the middle, but she couldn't free the hands and exploit that space over on the right-hand side. Cheryl Villis yet to get into the game for Wales over on that right wing. And they've got some defending to do. Lovely run through the centre. Temblett again with those fast feet. She looks so dangerous in the middle. Temblett at the half, into Gibbons. Oh, they just skip Gibbons out there, goes straight to the winger. Landau puts it down right on the toes. And South Africa, again denied, still no scores in the second half.
They are given a penalty though. I think that was an offside call. The role the South Africans had there was very good. Couldn't capitalise on it, but they've got a penalty.
Taken into touch, just short of the 7. Here's Porter. Switch on the inside from Gibbons. Temblett at the half. On the wraparound comes Nell.
Referee's given an incorrect roll ball, hips not square, so you've got to get those hips facing your try line, your scoring try line when you make a touch. That didn't happen, so they're going to have to, then South Wales just give the ball away again. So that's 2 or 3 in a row now. This defence have given away a new set of 6. They are going to be tiring. South Africa can bring new players on, and they should look to capitalise on this.
Here comes South Africa again with a few fresh legs of their own. Davis, so dangerous. Frankish. Here come the substitutes rushing in. Teresa Evans amongst them. Good pressure from Wales. And Ben, despite all these unforced errors from this Welsh women's 35 side, they have to be commended for shutting out South Africa.
They're holding on strongly, you know, they're on the rope a little bit here, the Welsh, and they're doing well, and they're struggling to get out their own half this time as well, so they are really struggling, and that ball's gone to ground again.
No, this portion of the second half has all been spent in Welsh territory. Here's Frankish now at the half. Davis looking to strike again for South Africa. Touch made.
Here we're hearing the coach of South Africa just saying use all 6. I think if they do, they might just tire the defence out enough just to create a hole in either the middle or link, and that's where they've scored so many so far.
Well, Breed with another good carry, quick pick up. This could spell danger for Wales. It's another dive from Zandre Barrett-Theron, but again kept out.
Yeah, this is a great try-saving touch there. Both diving at the line. Referee says Welsh made the touch, so
South Africa again go over, but again are denied. And this time, Cymru have it back. That's lovely footwork, and this is the transition they've been searching for in this second half. Finally, they'll look to break into South Africa's half for what feels like the first time in an age. Good pick-up from Jones, and here come Wales with the substitutes. Great line speed from Barrett Theron. The dangerous Katie Cobb with a great carry, stepping off the right. Stevens looking for space. South Africa kept out.
That's the best transition we've seen from Wales in a good 5 minutes. They've gone through, they've got into the South African halfway, they've scooped, they've put them under pressure. So let's see if they can win the territory battle now by just pushing the South Africans back. But the South Africans are working hard for that not to happen.
It's a great transition from South Africa, showing Wales how it's done. Template makes good meters down the left. And here are some more substitutes that South Africa hope to make an impact. Porter amongst them. Good pickup. Here's Nell. Nell injecting some speed and some nice footwork, but unable to get on the outside of Carol James of Wales. But they still lead by 3 tries, South Africa. They're happy just to transition back and forth.
The longer this game goes on, that 3-point score as the ball just goes to the ground again from the Welsh here, that 3 points difference is going to make a massive, it's going to have a massive bearing on this last 10 minutes. So, and if they keep giving it in South Africa options, they're going to score another at some point.
Well, South Africa know they don't need to score at this point. They just need to burn up their touches and keep Wales camped in their own half. That's what they've done so well in this second 20 as of yet. Well, Christy Hall, a winding run, plenty of yards. Hall wants on the return, missed pass, they finally make it to the wing.
And there we go. We said all of that pressure that the South Africans have been building finally pays off, and we are at South Africa 5, Wales 1. As we see the replay here, goes through short side, and that's a great 3-on-2 pass to the winger on the far side for South Africa.
It's a great ball from Brion Frankish to set the winger away. South Africa go 5-1 up now, and this game might be beyond Wales with 7.5 minutes to go.
You think Wales would have to score here for the game to still be alive? Can they do it? Open side quickie, everyone shuts them down, so good defence. We spoke about the minute after you score is the most crucial time, and South Africa have done their job there.
This South African defence across the game has been excellent, but especially in the second half where they've just had all the field possession. Wales yet to score after the break, and with 7 minutes to go, it looks like South Africa are going to take a bronze medal with them away from this Touch Rugby World Cup 2024. And as the coaches say there, no score, but a good set of 6. Because that's all that they need to do, South Africa, is keep Wales away from their line. They already lead by 5 tries to 1.
Yeah, Wales are just getting towards the halfway now, and I think 5th is about to come. No, that was 4th, sorry, so 1 more. They'll have a try, get a strike done. They've got to go to middle. Short side option is on now, long side.
Well, they scoop straight through the centre, Wales. Good run from Letman. But closed in on either side by a green shirt, the touch box.
Yeah, the space was on the outside, couldn't see it, so they couldn't get the ball away. So just a turnover again.
The touch box eating up the touches as they make their way towards the box.
Good pass there. There she away. She is.
Well,
that is Bronnie Frankish that gets through the middle. She celebrates. She knows that's probably the bronze for South Africa here in this game. And that's South Africa 6, Wales 1. And that is a great breakaway through the centre of the pitch as we see on the replay there.
That will seal it for South Africa with 5 minutes left on the clock. Frankish, who set up the most recent score, scores that one there, and well, what a second half she's had for South Africa, and that will bring an end to this contest unless Wales create something really special really soon.
Just over 5 minutes to go, and they've really got to score here to have any chance of getting back into this one.
South Africa, though, unscathed in the second half as of yet. Stevens with a good pickup. It's just dropped off into the path that time of Carol James, and by the time it reached the winger, South Africa had it covered. James again. Stevens looking for James on the switch. They run out of time there, Wales. And South Africa will transition towards their box, knowing that the 5-try advantage is almost insurmountable from here.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. With the way South Africa are defending at the moment, they're just so resolute. They're pushing the Welsh back. They're keeping tight, knowing that the Welsh, I say that, commentators curse South Africa just make a mistake on the halfway line.
A chance then for Wales to close the gap. It's almost a reverse of the scoreline when these two sides met in the pool stages. Wales 5-2 the victors on that occasion. They were then beaten by Australia in emphatic fashion in the semi-final. South Africa fell to England. That game will be live over on Pitch 1 later on today, as we have a semi-final from the Women's Open up next. But for now, it's Wales looking to strike for a second time. Down goes Miriam Evans. South Africa with another shutout. Countless in this second half. Their defence has been so important.
It's been faultless so far. They've stayed so tight, stayed so square. They've not had many opportunities, not given them many opportunities to the Welsh attack. And then every time they get a shutout, they go deep into the Welsh half, as they're doing now.
Could be another score for South Africa here with another touch to strike. They've opened up the space. Surely it's on for the winger here. Just through the hands, unfortunately, of Hayley Landau. But she was under pressure from Wales, racing across to make the touch. It won't matter too much for the touch box though, Ben.
No, like we say, they finished on the box side of the opposite side to where Wales need to get on new legs. So hardest place to come away from, and that was a good end to the set, even though they didn't get the score.
Wales looking to transition with just 2.5 minutes left on the clock. South Africa will take the bronze medal in this women's 35s division. And it's been a really good performance, especially in the second half. They led by 4-1 at the break, Ben, but in this second half, they've kept Wales completely contained and added 2 scores of their own.
So far, so good from South Africa, that all the damage was done in that first half with a 4-1 lead. They've just consolidated that by getting a couple of scores, but actually the most impressive thing, as Wales nearly get to the line, do they get an extra one here? No, we've just shown how resolute this South African defence is and how strong they have been in this second half.
Well, it was a devastating try right before the break by Nicole Temblett that really put Wales backpedaling. And then since then, a couple of scores created by Breon Frankish, a try and an assist for her in the second half, stretched out the South African lead. And Wales on the defence again. South Africa rumbling. They would love another score just to put the icing on top of this cake. But that's a turnover for Wales.
Yeah, very big cake for South Africa needed after this one. It's been a great second half. Very impressed with how they've applied themselves in this half.
Great take by Joanna Seymour on the left for Wales, but the momentum just shunted by the roll ball. South Africa, even at this late stage, with great line speed. Up in the face there, Christy Hall making the touch. Cobb wants it on the return for Wales. They switch the direction of the attack. And again, they just run out of time. No threat to the South African line on this occasion.
No, nothing doing there from the Welsh. I think they've just run out of ideas in this second half, which has been unfortunate because obviously they've had a really good tournament, and sometimes when you're playing for so many days, that is going to be the case.
Well, up next live here on Pitch 2, we have the Women's Open semi-final between Australia and England, before another Australian outing on this pitch as they take on the Cook Islands. You then have the mixed open bronze medal game between England and the Philippines, ahead of a bronze medal match in the women's and men's opens, and then all eyes are on Pitch 1 for the final 3 games of the day. That's the running order here at Highfields 2 in the Touch Rugby World Cup of Nottingham, as South Africa could be on for their very first medal here with 10 seconds to go. Wales will drive towards the box in vain, because they have been defeated by South Africa, who have turned round a 5-2 defeat in the pool stage to take down Touch Cymru. South Africa will have a bronze medal in the women's 35 division. Well deserved after a final performance in which they have been all over Wales. 4-1 at the break, and their defence has kept the Welsh contained. A single try, the only thing that Wales can take out of this fixture. But it's been a really good week for both sides.
Yeah, it has, and congratulations to South Africa here. That second half was one of the best halves I've watched from a single team. So congratulations to them, commiserations to Wales. They've had a great week, just couldn't get the bronze medal on this occasion.
Well, South Africa will take a famous victory against England in this competition, as well as big wins against Ireland, Fiji and Singapore and France, as well as a bronze medal home with them at the conclusion of the women's 35 competition here on Highfields 2. There's one more game in this illustrious division, of course. It's the gold medal match, and that's live next over on pitch 1. Kick-off at 10 o'clock. Live here on pitch 2 at the same time. It will be the host England who take on Australia in a Women's Open semi-final.
I love Nottingham, the home of Robin Hood. From the bright lights of Goose Fair to the peaceful nature of the Sherwood Forest woods. There's a feeling of togetherness, unity, pure, honest, love. And that feels great like a bright summer's day at the horses down by the lake at Colic. All I love Nottingham. The River Trent, the embankment, the Nottingham Carnival, different cultures dancing. The diversity, just walking down Columbus Street on a Saturday. The two lions in the square stand tall with pride. And when the markets in town come alive, it gives me life. Listen, as the council house clock chimes, and depending on how many times, lets you know the time. I've been to concerts at the Motorpoint Arena, and I've been to concerts at the Nottingham Caves. I've been here all my life and I'm still amazed by this place. I love Nottingham. Sometimes I stare at Hoxley's graffiti colourful walls, and sometimes I gaze at the deers running round Woollerton Hall. Supreme thrills, from chilling up at Green's Mill or up at that castle on the hill. Nottingham, I love you, and I always will.
Visit Nottingham today.
So what does it mean to you?
The time?
Sweat.
And I'm representing the Hydex programme, which is one of the sponsors of the Touch Rugby World Cup. Hydex is a collaboration of a number of universities based in the Midlands, including the University of Nottingham. One of Hydex's main aims is to support industry to innovate, developing new products and services in the hydrogen economy. We decided to sponsor the Touch Rugby World Cup, particularly in relation to energy use, so that Geopura, a locally based business, can provide hydrogen to be utilised at the event, making the event more sustainable and improving air quality for visitors and competitors alike. We hope this support will encourage others to look for more sustainable ways to run similar events in the future. Finally, just to say, we hope everyone that's involved in the event has a great time.